Insurance agents are doing two things in 2026 to get leads. They're either dumping thousands of dollars into ads without any proper guidance, with unpredictable results, or they're buying recycled leads from the same vendors that are reselling them to 3 or 5 or 10 other agencies. But what if I told you that there was a third hidden way to generate predictable, warm insurance leads to fill up your pipeline with zero ad budgets and zero spending on purchased leads? In this video, I'm going to break down an AI-powered outbound system used by top-performing insurance agents like Ryan to get heaps of policies with zero cold calling, zero advertisements, and zero lead spend. So without any further delay, let me just get straight into it. Now what you see here is that this method builds a warm referral partner pipeline without ads or buying leads. And so this is a field guide or operational playbook that I created for you, and you can access this resource in the description by joining the Insurance Masterminds, which is our community for insurance agents. And so the key idea I really want to push forward here is that most agents are stuck. Paid ads are great when you have expert guidance, but they can get expensive and unpredictable, whereas buying leads is obviously clear. You're just sharing them with your competitors, they're being recycled, and they're pretty much just cold contacts. You never know if they have already dried up or if they've been sold a policy by somebody else. And so if you do not control the lead source, you do not control the outcome, which means that you do not control your money or the income that you're making. And so here is the third option, what I like to call the advantage under the radar. We all know that our best leads are warm by default. Nobody really enjoys cold calling. They'd much rather get a referral, get someone coming onto their website, or something else. And this is because the more likely they are to trust you, to believe what you say, and go forward with what you offer. Which brings me to my second point, is that partners have built-in credibility. Your prospects already trust their recommendations. And so now it's time to piece these two together. In the first part, I mentioned warm leads. This can come from something like referrals. In the second part, I mentioned partners, which is how we get the whole referral partners idea. And the point here is to automate partner outreach with AI. And what this does is it pretty much scales the relationship building without any manual effort. Think about it like this. Instead of going direct to client, trying to reach out to a potential lead who doesn't fully understand the value of insurance, you're going ahead to someone like a CPA, a financial advisor, a real estate agent, or a loan officer. And all four of these types of people, even though they're not in insurance, they all understand the value of it. They understand its value more than a regular person ever would. And I hope now that you can see this is basically outbound that behaves like inbound. So we're reaching out cold to potential referral partners. But because you're an insurance agent, they naturally interpret you as somebody trustworthy, which is why they're more likely to get in contact with you. As you first find partners in their emails, which I'll explain how you do in just a second, and between that you follow up with them. Once you get a reply, you schedule discovery meetings, and from there you basically follow up with your opportunities. Now this is the exact same thing as with regular leads, except we're crossing out the word leads and putting in partners instead. Why? Because I just explained that partners have more trust in you, they know who you are, and they actually appreciate the value of things that you do. And let me reiterate, with this kind of system, you get predictable partner pipeline monthly, you have more quality referrals per quarter, you have zero dependency on ad platforms, zero dependency on the lead platforms giving you good or bad leads, and full control because you can pick and choose the referral partners you want. And once that happens successfully, you can eventually pick and choose the leads you want to sell insurance policies to. So with this in mind, I hope you have a rough idea of how this is going to work. So next, let's just get straight into methodology and how this strategy works. So step number one is quite simply identifying high value partners. So think about who already speaks to your ideal clients. And in the past, with over the 10 plus insurance agencies we've already worked with, I've weeded out 4 main profiles here. Number one is CPAs. This is pretty obvious. They handle taxes and they help with financial planning. And part of financial planning is getting more out of your money, saving more money. So that's where insurance agents naturally come in. Next up, we have mortgage brokers. And this is very ideal. This is even more straightforward than with CPAs. Mortgage brokers are working with new homeowners, so the timing is absolutely perfect and sell them a home insurance policy. Real estate agents are kind of a similar story. People are undergoing life events, so maybe they're moving from one state to another, they're buying a home, and they need reliable property protection, but they've already got so many things going on that they wouldn't love to spend any more time on finding an insurance agent. And lastly, we have financial advisors, protection planning, wealth management, all of those fly well with insurance, which is why they're yet another great profile to target. And pretty much anything that makes a suitable referral partner, in our experience, is someone who basically serves your target demographic, has many touch points with their clients during which they can introduce you, and has something to benefit from referring you, whether it be cross-marketing, increased authority, whatever it may be. And this is where we, in our experience, see that most people mess up when they come to us. So it's cool that we've already established the 4 referral partners that we can start targeting, but we also need to consider what they want, not just what benefits us. So they want trust and reliability in referrals, they want fast service for their clients, arguably most importantly, they want some more referrals for them, so basically trading referrals, and they also want a zero hassle experience overall. And what you offer to cater to those exact wants, which, hint hint, we're going to be using to pitch them. So you really have a lot of flexibility in this game. You can offer quick quotes, reliable follow-up on every lead, but very importantly, those mutual referral opportunities that make them feel actually valued by you as well. So if I had to sum this up in one sentence, it would basically be, if you send me a client, I'll update you within 24 hours and I'll make you look good so that they feel valued in the fact that we know what they want. It's simple through AI cold email, and this is honestly more straightforward than it sounds. There are things like deliverability, the human tone, and just being relevant to the partner, which are very important, but these are not as complex as they sound. And over here, along with this playbook, I've also attached an example email structure. The key is to pretty much keep it under 80 words, but they should feel as if you're talking about their benefit, instead of understanding it as just another pitch. And so some expected outcomes for what good looks like in our experience and in our time helping other agents do this is booking around 30 to 60 calls, having a reply rate of around 5 to 12%. So we ourselves, we average a 9% reply rate when cold emailing, and typically meetings have a very high close rate. And the reason why I say close in quotations is because you're closing them, but you're also going to be offering them something in return, which is really what makes it powerful. And so results are obviously going to depend on the list quality, the offer clarity, inner follow-up speed. Over here is an example of a campaign we previously ran. We got a 10.7% reply rate, and we had 100 people reply to us. And this was actually done all without AI. So pretty much without having any personalization, just a regular copy like the one I showed you here, going ahead and getting us an 11% reply rate for our own services. And shockingly enough, it's only a 2-step procedure. However, here's also a 6-point implementation checklist that you can use yourself to build things in 3 days. Now, my friend Ryan, who is previously on the channel, saw pretty crazy success with his former insurance brokerage back when AI wasn't even really a thing. So what he would do is he would manually type out emails or maybe manually call people one at a time and try to get them interested. But nowadays, things are so much simpler that I'm able to sum it up in a small checklist like this. So as I said before, what you gotta do is you gotta first define the target client profile, pick one profile, so don't go for CPAs, advisors, and real estate agents all at the same time. Just stick to one profile. Then you can build this partner list using something like Apollo or LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And there's actually going to be a useful video that you can watch somewhere up here, which will explain how you can effortlessly build these lists. After that, you basically write your emails, launch your campaign, and pretty much book partner calls. And so think of this as the exposure video where I explain what to do. For the actual execution, you refer to the video, which I linked somewhere up here. And so once you really take the time to understand how you do this, launch your first campaign, and start getting some positive replies, you will eventually be able to rinse, repeat, and basically intensify your entire process to the point where you're booking tons of referral partners in your state and actually getting some organic opportunities. But if you feel like you don't really have time to figure this out or learn how to do it, you can actually book your one-on-one consultation and alignment session with us using the calendar link in the description. Over there, we map out your entire referral partner system and even set up all of your email mailboxes for free. And there's absolutely no obligation. If you're there for the information, I'll be waiting for you to book just as much if you want this to be done for you. So just keep that in mind. But with that, I hope you've now realized how you can start getting more policies without having to spend a bunch of time or money on ads, buying leads, cold calling, or doing whatever you're currently doing, because AI is evolving and because we're able to send out more and more emails with each coming day, which was unheard of in the past. You can now start reaching referral partners by the hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands if you really wanted to. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this one and got a lot of value from it. As I said before, if you want this set up for you, or you need some more information on how to do it, you can book that free session with us below. And for the resource that I showed in the video, you can join our free school community of fellow insurance agents, which is also over there in the description. Thank you for watching this one and have a nice day. Bye.